Today we're going to do shake and bake pork chops. So I've got my pan covered in tin foil. I'm going to spray it with some non-stick spray. I've got my shake and bake. This is the kind I use. I just get the Great Value brand. We like the extra crispy because the little seasoned bread pieces are a little bit bigger and a little bit crispier. And I got my pack of pork chops. Now these I've had soaking in some hot water for a little bit just to get them thawed up enough to be able to get them apart. I always get this big family pack. It's got like 6 or 7 pork chops, which are, well, I might have 8, but it's barely enough for my family. And so with this pack, I use 2 boxes of this. All I do is I get my bags out, and I use double the bags. I put 1 bag inside of the other because I have had these pork chops with the bone in them. I have had them to actually poke through this bag single, and then I just take these packets and I dump them in here, and then we keep going. Alright, so each box comes with 2 packets, so I've got all 4 packets dumped inside of this little double bag, and then I'm just going to take these out, drop them in here, shake them until they're coated, put them on my pan, and bake them. It's called shake and bake. I just do this just to kind of, so they don't stick. It's that simple. Alrighty, so let's open up this pack. See if I can do this one-handed here. Alrighty, so I get my pork chop, and let's see if I can.
But it's like you just say, no, I'm not allergic.
Drop it in here without touching my phone. Do the pork chop. Give me a second. Alright, so now it's in there. And so I just shake it until it's nice and covered. Like that. Just like that. And then I get it to stand up straight. It's not working with me today. Stand up straight, and you see the pork chop in there. It's kind of covered right down in there. See it? And then I do the rest of the pork chops like that. Alright, so this is what they look like after they've been shaken in the bag. So all I'm going to do is I'm going to take what's left of the bag and try to sprinkle it evenly all over them. There's a little piece of pork chop that fell out. And just try to cover all the bare spots and the thin spots and all of that. Until everything is coated and all of them are gone. And then that's what they look like, all nice and covered. And I just usually, just try to make sure I spread out the even parts. The little bits of pork chop fell off because they were still frozen, so when I took them apart, little bits fell off. Just stick them in between the other pork chops. It'll be okay. And just try to even everything out. And there they are. So the back of the box says you cook them at, I think it was 400 for like 25 minutes. Depending on if you have a bone or whatever. And you just cook them till they're done. So I think it's usually, at 400, I think it's usually 25, 30 minutes, I think. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to do them a little slower. So I'm going to cover this with tin foil, and then I'm going to put them in the oven for at 350 and let them go for about an hour and a half. And let them slow cook, and that makes them nice and tender. I mean, like, they will just like fall off the bone. You have to scoop. You have to use your fork and scoop the pork chop up. They're usually so tender. So that's what I'm gonna do. And so that's my shake and bake pork chops. Simple, easy.